So we're going to start with a basic scene that includes a camera, a light, and Susie the monkey. And currently, if I hit F12, we see a nice view of Susie the monkey because I've positioned the camera so that we can see Susie's face. I'm going to hit escape and go back into 3D view. And what I want to do is I want to add another camera so that I can keep the current camera and use it in the future, but I also want to be able to render from different points of view. So I'm going to add another camera by hitting Shift A or going to the Add menu, choosing Camera. But notice that it adds the camera at the current cursor, which is not in a very good spot. So I'm going to rotate around and find the position that I want to see Susie from. And I'll just move my vantage point. I could also manually move the camera using the arrows. So I could move the camera this way if I wanted to and then get the right spot. But I think it's faster if I just move my view to the right spot. And then I'm going to hit Control Alt number pad 0, but watch what happens. Oops, my new camera didn't move. And that's because only the active scene camera is going to be affected by the shortcut keys on the number pad. So I'm going to go over to the Properties panel, and I'll find the one that looks like this. That's the Scene tab. And notice that there's a setting for the scene camera. Currently, the camera is the first camera I had in the scene before we added the new one, but I really wanted to move the second one. So I'm going to choose the second scene camera, get out of camera view by hitting number pad 0. Then I can move that camera. So I'm going to hit Control Alt number pad 0. Notice this time that the new camera has been moved to that spot. And then if I wanted to, I could move that camera around by hitting G and just moving my mouse to adjust the position. But I screwed up my old camera. So I'm going to go back and choose my old camera again, then rotate back to my original viewpoint, hit Control Alt number pad 0 to move the camera back. Once again, I can select the outer edge and see how the camera's selected now, and then hit G and drag it to its right location. And now if I go and change the camera while I'm in camera view, watch what happens. Camera 1, camera, camera 1, camera. And that's because if I get out of camera view, I can see that the two cameras are in two different spots now. But the basic lesson here is that you have to be careful about which camera is chosen under the Scene tab. That is the one that gets affected by number pad 0 or any combinations of keys with number pad 0. Now I can render from one of the cameras, and then if I wanted to see a different view, choose a different camera and then render again. And I could save those pictures as different file names so that I could have both views.